Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Wow, the lights are really great. I've never done this before.
Yeah.
I wrote a poem. It's a found poem. And I'm gonna title it All I Can Say Is What's Been Said. Alright. Yes, please, the music, but not too loud, please. Thank you. Also, that was a lot of hard acts to follow. I'm really shook by the book review guy. I really hope I can do justice to art, but I probably won't. You're an empty shell of a human being. You are wholly unoriginal. You are profoundly unoriginal. You laugh at things that aren't funny. Nobody sees what you see. You don't hold yourself accountable, and nobody holds you accountable. You seem to have a hard time just being a nice person. You're not a nice person. You have an illusion that you're nice. You have real problems. You have little to no ability to accept love. You have almost no sense of who you are and what you want. You can't help but push away anything good. You want to ruin anything good. Your mind is twisted. You can't see yourself. You're out of control. You're all over the place. There's little to no consistency. You're miserable. You're profoundly miserable. You're profoundly judgmental and unloving. You're pulling out all the knives and none of them are landing. You're not intimate with the world outside your mind. You're an arrogant coward and not that smart. You're a shitty person. You're verbally and emotionally abusive. You are obtuse and far too literal. You can't STFU. You think you're correct and you clearly aren't. Your entire mode of communication is an annoying autocorrect. You contradict yourself moment to moment. You choose to steal yourself in the citadel of your mind. You are so locked in your own mind. Your knowledge is so profoundly limited. You're arrogant. If you weren't, you might concede. You're hiding your vicious nature to the general public and training it on me and training it on me. You are trying to be vicious and failing. You've been far too impatient and needy. You have near zero capacity to retain and make use of any information that isn't important to your subconscious narrative. You want to believe you're being bullied to feel better about yourself. You have the most difficult time sitting in the unknown without developing a theory about it. You're stubborn and arrogant and incapable. Your mind is a trap you are caught in. You're a slave to your mind, not sure if you're aware. Your mind is constantly firing off associations. You are a fucked in the head, controlling idiot with little to no fuel for self-control other than anger. You are a dried up yoga bitch. Your nervous system isn't properly insulated, probably from birth. Your body and mind are frozen and re-solidifying in insecurity, idiocy, and duality. You're a broken person who doesn't know how to be in a relationship. You have an opportunity to be generous of heart and loving, and it doesn't seem you know how. Your self-knowledge is not insightful, and what you say about me is shallow and incorrect and unhelpful. You can't see the deeper dissatisfaction and misery hiding beneath your insular, distracted, pretty veneer. You've said many things in response to my behavior, and they are tiresome. You are tiresome and boring. You believe yourself more than what I am saying. Your life doesn't make sense. The only sense it makes is what your troubled mind makes with plasters of money. People are nice to you because you use big words and dress nicely. You're a ball of copied things and reactions like most people. You have a difficult time taking in any information without deciding whether it's relevant to your dualistic ego fixations. Another thing deep meditation could potentially help you with. You're a normal pussy who will never accomplish anything of cultural relevance in their life outside the hallowed corporate halls of academia whores. Enjoy your world of academia and text analysis and whatever self-involved beliefs keep you going. I'm almost done, Joe. I hope you guys are okay. You can't see yourselves from the outside. You can't see yourself from the outside. Nothing you write to me is important or that interesting. You've moved on. You are good at throwing things away. You enjoy it. You are so mistrusting that you don't trust me. You don't perceive things correctly, and I'm always open to knowing why. However, it's unanswerable. You have an inability to listen to any advice I've given you about astrology and how this month would be shitty for relationships. You project out your inadequacies left and right and blame me for them. You are carelessly playing out your embodied traumas far more recklessly than I am. You are incapable of being in a loving relationship with someone who can love you unconditionally and show it physically whenever he wants to. You are the most self-involved person I've ever been with, and that is saying a lot. You have no idea what I see about you, and I would rather just forget you. I imagined there was more to you. Alas, I see the best in people and I'm repeatedly disappointed. You are hardly memorable. You are locked in your truth. There is a far greater truth outside of yours. I genuinely hope you and pray that you find it someday. The world will benefit greatly if and when you do. You are an empty shell of a human being. I'm sure that has its virtues and can be of benefit to some people, but you have little to no use for me. You have little to no use for me. You have little to no use for me. You have little to no use for me.